Hi, I'm Matt Tadeo from Newport Beach, California. Today we're going to be working on our model Erica. We're going to be working with a regrowth touch-up, as well as going in on a second process and doing some foiling and baby lighting around the face, and then some teasing painting techniques in the back. I want to work with Schwarzkopf Professional and become an Ask Schwarzkopf educator, mostly because I feel like education and the Ask Expert circle helped me the most. It opened up a lot of new doors creatively when working behind the chair, as well as for Erica's regrowth today. We're going to work with our Agora Royale Permanent Cream Color. She has no grays to cover today, so we won't be working with any double neutrals. We're going to start with 15 grams of 7- neutral. We're going to use 15 grams of 7-Cendré, and we're going to use about 10 grams of E-Cendré to give us an extra boost of Cendré ash in there. We're going to be using 20 volume peroxide. For Erica's lightning services today, we're going to be using the Agora Vario Blonde 8-level lift lightener paired up with our Agora 20 volume developer. Once we let that develop up to a level 9 or lighter, or palest yellow inside our foils, we're going to go ahead and tone with a 9.5-beige using our Agora Vibrance 6% peroxide. We're going to use the teasing method in the back. Gives us the ability to cover more ground, more space at one time, as well as blending those deeper ash roots, erasing some of that warm middle tones and creating a smooth transition into our final blonde. It's very important that you tease starting from the very ends of the hair, not in the mid shaft. If you start your tease in the mid shaft, you won't push enough hair, causing your blending to be spotty and or leave block looking color. Using our brush, making sure to blend the tip and almost pushing the lightener all the way up into the tease section. When you reach the crown as well as the mohawk section of the hair, we're going to start with our balayaging, our standard sweeping motion, making sure not to paint onto the bottom of the hair and just covering the surface. Feather it into the lightener that's previously there. We just want to focus on that regrowth, mostly paying attention to the mid shaft and the mid part of the color, avoiding the roots. When you start to paint your balayage up towards the roots, make sure you backstroke against the grain to create a nice blended feel and not leave any lines close to the root, so we make sure we get a nice shadow effect. In this particular case, we're going to go ahead and put a foil underneath our section, use a little more lightener in the mid shaft area to make sure it sticks to the foil, and apply foil on top so we get good incubation. Our final technique here with Erica's lightning service is to baby light and slice some pieces around the hairline and across the mohawk section. After I've worked my way up to the top on the mohawk section here, I followed the hairline all the way around the sides on both sides. Now I'm going to start with some diagonal backs, mostly just using diagonal back to work with her part. She parts off to the left, so we don't want to place our foils based on a center part when she uses more of a left side part. We're going to go ahead and finely weave right at the hairline, the finest weave you can do, starting about a ½ inch away from the hairline and feathering up. We want to make sure that we create a shadow effect, or more of what I would consider like a rooted blonde look. So you don't want to apply heavy lightener. You don't want to saturate the hair right at the scalp area. Wait and saturate more in the mid shafts and feather that saturation through to the blonder ends. We want to make sure that we create that beautiful mid-tone and we don't see any lines of demarcation. As we go to our next foil back, we're going to go ahead and open up our weave slightly more, making sure to pick up all those baby hairs that exist. You can see I pick them up right there next to the hairline. And as we apply this foil underneath, we're going to back off our lightener just slightly more. We're going to start about 1 inch away from the scalp versus the last foil, which was about a ½ inch from the scalp, giving us even more room to feather up to create a nice soft look. We want her to feel her brightest right at the hairline, and as it starts to fade away as we move away from her mohawk section. So this is what I call my fabulous 3. You start with the very front hair right at the part line and you do the fine woven piece. Your second piece is slightly bigger woven pieces. And then when you get to the third section you're going to go ahead and just take a slice, tease the hair back, again making sure to start at the ends of the hair and then weaving that. And what the teasing part does is it pushes the blonde away from the root, and so when we look at our final result, which I'll show you later, you see that you have the lightest piece coming straight from the scalp right at the very front, and it sort of gives you a nice blend into your root section and the mohawk section. You never get that feel of it being stripy or chunky right in the front of the hair. It's a nice natural look. Again, starting about 2 inches away from the scalp now, applying our lightener and saturating the mid shafts, using the tip of our brush at a vertical to feather up, again, feathering almost all the way into the tease part of the hair. Make sure that you don't saturate the areas that are being feathered so you don't end up with any blocking or patchy looking color. Folding it up out of the way, making sure that we fold our foils in a way that our clients don't have to stare at foils the whole time they process and they get a chance to read some magazines. We're going to be using the BC Bonacure Repair and Rescue Shampoo and Conditioner. This is a shampoo and conditioner I use on every single one of my blondes. Repairs and rescues the ends. We're going to go ahead and start styling her, starting with the Oasis Big Blast number 3. Gives a good plump to the cuticle and allows you to have a good little grit to the hair. Erica's hair is a little thinner, so I want to use products that are going to give me that grip and that grit to the hair so that I can give a good style that's going to last more than just a few minutes. After we apply that, mostly focusing on the ends and mid shafts of the hair, we're going to go ahead and use Oasis Grip, a nice strong volumizing mousse. I'm going to use about a golf ball size, maybe a little more, and I'm going to start applying right at the crown and the top of the head where I want most of my volume, patting it on gently. I'm not afraid to put this volumizing mousse on the ends of the hair. It really helps to give you that grip that you need and secure a style. Make sure to apply to the sides so you get your good volume along that, and don't be afraid if you have too much product. You can see I had it right there, to just wipe some of your excess product off. We're going to finish up with the Repair and Rescue sealed ends. If I use BC Bonacure Repair and Rescue shampoo and conditioner in the back, I make sure to always follow up with this leave-in conditioner. Really seals the ends, locks in all the goodness, locks in all the hard work we've put in today, and makes the hair just feel wonderful. Always start applying your product in the back of the head where the hair is most dense, and then working your way forward. Here we have it. This is our final look. You can see that through the techniques we've used, we've created a wonderful mid-tone to connect her shadow root into some beautiful beigey tones. I made sure not to tone the ends of the hair. Those were already pre-lightened and they were beautiful and really light due to fading. And we wanted just to go ahead and leave them light like that. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to working with Schwarzkopf Professional very soon. Talk about it.